Hello everyone, welcome to GoTarryn TV. I'm Taryn the Traveling Trainer out of the greater Atlanta area with GoTarryn Personal Training here, about to interview a wonderful guest for the very first time, also in the greater Atlanta area, Ms. Nancy Lovejoy of Arbonne. Now before we interview Nancy, I'd like to ask everyone out there if you'd be so kind as to subscribe to the YouTube channel link at the bottom of your screen there, and if you would also please leave us a comment, share it with all of your friends and family, and like the video as well. Now, Nancy's going to be coming on here to the show to tell you about Arbonne and all of its fine wellness products that it has, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, a little bit more about what Arbonne's doing, and how you can get connected to both Nancy and Arbonne as well. So stay tuned for Nancy Lovejoy as she comes on to GoTarryn TV for the very first time. And remember, with GoTarryn Personal Training, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, and as you can see side by side, we're welcoming for the very first time to our video blog today, Ms. Nancy Lovejoy. Nancy, how are you doing out there today?
I am doing great, Taryn. Thank you so much for hosting this morning. I'm so excited about sharing my message with everybody.
Well, likewise, we're excited to have you. And for the folks watching out there, Nancy is with Arbonne, and we're going to find out what is Arbonne, and she's going to tell us all about that. And also, Nancy, you know, we were very grateful and appreciative of having you out at GSU, Georgia State University, last month, and talking to the kids and the students and the principles of physical activity, fitness, exercise class. You got to share your knowledge and insight, and also some tips on entrepreneurship, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that today as well. But again, thank you so much for your time, Nancy, being here. This is the first time you and I formally get to talk here face-to-face. And so I just wanted to start out, first of all, with a little introduction, since technically this is not only, you know, the first time you're on here, but also this is yours and my first time to talk to each other in this kind of capacity. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and maybe we could talk a little bit about Arbonne too?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Taryn. This is a great thrill for me. No, I have a career of corporate training over 25 years, and it was always my passion. I've always enjoyed learning, and then taking what I've learned and turning it around and sharing it with others. And I was fortunate enough to, have a career where I learned to develop training programs, then deliver them to all kinds of classroom experiences, multiple industries from finance to healthcare and consumer products, and then get into management with those functions as well. So that was my career prior to Arbonne. A handful of years ago, I made the decision that I just wanted a little more balance in my life. I have two teenage kids today and a wonderful husband, and I wanted to be more present in their lives. I was doing a lot of juggling, traveling, and I was looking for more kind of a purpose too, being able to live on purpose and serve in a different capacity. Mm-hmm. And I was introduced to Arbonne. And so I can elaborate on that if you'd like now, or you can tell me when.
Sure, yeah, please do. Tell us about Arbonne for, let's say, the folks out there, if they haven't heard of Arbonne and know about it. And how did you find out about Arbonne, and what is it, and what attracted you to it, I guess?
Yeah, thank you. So I was looking for a business. I was looking for a business that I could work from home, that gave me flexibility. Mm-hmm. I looked at a variety of companies. My husband was introducing me to so many different ones. And I got the business model, but I never really got a really passion for any specific product line until I met Arbonne. And I was introduced by a friend. It was another mom, and she heard my story. She heard that I was looking to exit corporate, looking to find something that was flexible, be present with my family, or, also to find a purpose. And Arbonne just fit all those and ticked all those boxes that I was looking for. Mm-hmm. It also filled a void that I was looking for. I wanted to be healthier. I felt stressed. I felt out of shape. I was overweight at the time. My skin was in bad shape. I grew up in Florida and had horrible skin damage from the sun, and I was introduced through the products and the business itself, and fell in love with the whole concept of healthy from the inside out.
Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible. And let's take this time out real quick, Nancy. Is there anybody you want to say hi to if they're watching? I always like to do that for our guests, too. You had mentioned your family earlier, too.
Yeah, absolutely. My husband, I'd love to say hi to him. He's always out there. He's building his own business coaching
Mm-hmm.
business, and he helps other business owners grow their businesses. So, hey, Jeff, out here with you, and we're locking arms and doing this together. So.
That's awesome. That is really cool. And what you said too about flexibility, the true entrepreneurship, that you're not tied down at a corporate office, on their schedule, that you actually become the master of your own schedule, and that's just wonderful. So let's jump into Arbonne a little bit here on some stats and facts. How long's the company been around? Tell us about what products do they have, and what can people expect if they're looking into Arbonne and researching it.
Absolutely. So the company has been around 38 years.
Okay.
It's incredible. It's still not a household name today, but that is the focus of our CEO, Kate Zanotti. It will be a household name in the near future. We are the founder of this company he came from Norway. He wanted a pure, safer product for people. He wanted something that was helpful and it got results, but he went to Switzerland for the initial research and development of the products because you have some of the best scientists in the world there, and came up with the original formulations. But he also wanted it affordable. And so he took the products and took his business to the U.S. Back in 1980 to make it, one, affordable, excuse me, through the excuse me, my throat, through the direct sales network marketing hybrid model, so that it's affordable to the average person, but also creates income source for men and women who want to have a secondary source of income, or even a primary source that gives them that flexibility.
Oh, that's tremendous. Yeah, I think that's great. And, Nancy, you touched on this just a couple of minutes ago about saying that you're passionate about helping others and, changing them for the better. And can you kind of elaborate more into that, too, and talk about, the changes that you refer to and helping people making a difference in, say, the way they eat or the way they feel?
So I think what was the turning point for me that made me want to engage with this company was that whole concept. And there were some things that I did not know. I did not know that what you put on your skin matters. Your skin is your largest organ, your largest detoxifying organ. And so what you put on your skin gets into your bloodstream, they say, within 26 seconds, and then into your vital organs. So it was a light bulb moment for me because it caused me to start reading labels on products my family was using, including baby products. I mean, I was turning over and I'd see things like parabens and mineral oil and a lot of things that I didn't know were not safe for us. There's a lot of research into what's in our, these ingredients that are causing distress for a lot of people. So Arbonne actually adheres to European standards. There's over 1,200 ingredients that are banned by the European Union, and here in the U.S. it's under 30, sadly. And so it's a wake-up call. It's a great opportunity for me to get out and educate about that. If nothing else, I ask people to not just look at the labels on their cereal boxes, because everybody's looking to see how much sugar is in those and things. But just to start reading ingredients and become familiar with what's in their products, their personal care, skincare, toothpaste, you name it. And so when I embraced that, and then I learned, so Arbonne is about healthy from the inside out. It's all, and so we not only embrace what you put on your skin matters, we also focus on what you put it through in your mouth. And so we have a whole clean eating program that helps educate people on making smarter, healthier, more nutritious choices. And so I love that because, I've got skincare, I've got nutrition, we have over 400 products that are all clean. They're vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free.
Wow.
They're free of artificial colors, sweeteners, flavors, and fragrances in our personal care products too. So all those things matter, when you start looking at it, and that's what people are looking for. People are looking for free from, the nasties, the toxins, and something that's beneficial and plant-based nutrition, plant-based skincare and beauty products. They're the rage right now.
Yeah, they sure are, and I'll say this, Nancy, too. I got to try some of the protein, the drinks that you brought. One of them was a protein drink. The other ones were the kind of fruit flavored drinks, and they were very tasty. I gotta say, I can say I tried every single one that you brought, and they were delicious, and the students thought so as well too. And also, you did a very well done job in the presentation on the PowerPoint, talking about some of the important statistics and some of the things that we've learned through research and eating healthier, and the products that we're either taking internally or putting on our skin and such. That's much better for us and healthier overall. But can you tell us a little bit about the 30-day cleaning program and maybe go into that a little bit about the different 6 components of that program, please?
Very good. Yeah, thank you. I'm happy to. You know what? What's astounding today is we have a lot of health issues. It's not just our healthcare system; it's our health issues. Mm-hmm. You can glance around, and unfortunately, obesity is at an all-time high in this country, and through that, there's so many chronic diseases from being overweight and inflamed, and so. What I love about our 30-day program, it is like a reset for a lot of people. It helps. I think a lot of people don't realize, that they're, marching off the course in terms of making bad choices is over a long term is affecting their bodies. And so just by making simple, healthy changes or simple, healthy choices each day can be a compounding effect in a positive direction. So that's what I love to do. I mean, we have a beautiful program. It was actually developed by somebody that has a PhD in nutrition, and then combines the Arbonne products to help make it simple. And so we have 2 versions of this program. Our 30-day is focused on about 5 or 6 key areas. First of all, is eliminating foods that don't serve you. Things that are allergenic or addictive, over-processed. So when you think about that, if you go through your grocery shopping experience, most of the foods that are in the center of the grocery store are packaged foods, mm-hmm. and those are developed over the years for convenience, right? And that's kind of the cornerstone of some of the challenges that our population are going through right now. We've been indoctrinated into the society of easy fixes, quick meals that are already prepared for us, but are not necessarily healthy for us or healthful for us. Mm-hmm. So we pretty much take those off the plate and focus on eating whole foods, whole nutritious foods. So the first thing is removing things that are addictive, allergenic, that are not necessarily serving your body, and that might also contain toxins. So over-processed foods, but we also eliminate things like glutens, dairy, and soy, because what we've found is a lot of people have intolerances or allergies to those ingredients. Mm-hmm. And they don't really realize that until they remove it from their body for 30 days. And then they can always add them back in and just see what triggers, they discover. So, for example, you might be gluten-free for 30 days and, you start feeling really good. But then what happens when you add that back in? Do you get that wheat belly? Do you start getting that foggy brain? Same thing with dairy. Dairy is very acidic, very it can cause mucus forming. And it actually... there's some great alternatives that I show people to use to get the calcium that they're looking for, because that was a number one question that comes up. Well, how do I get my calcium? I always thought I had to drink milk to get there. So, so we take away those allergens, those foods that don't serve us, and then we really focus on adding nutrients in. So, the balanced plate today looks like this. It's half of a plate of green leafy or rich vegetables, nutrient dense. And so if you go into a store like Whole Foods or, just start, or you can see they have like an NDI rating for one thing, and it'll show the nutrient density index of that food. And so things like that are off the chart, like kale, and there's a lot of number of superfoods, blueberries, et cetera. Mm-hmm. But if you start focusing on adding really high density nutrients into your diet, so half your plate is vegetables, the other a quarter of that is protein, and the other quarter of that plate might be a combination of healthy fat and carbohydrates, so healthy carbs. So and so that's part of it. And then the next tenet of this program is just is detoxifying. And so we help that with some of our products that are gently detoxify. They work with your liver and kidneys, two of your major detoxifying organs, to help eliminate the toxins in your system.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, and so that's key, and then focus on gut health. And then another area is balancing blood sugar and pH in your body.
Hmm.
So our program's low glycemic. We focus on eating foods that have less sugar in them. I think a lot of people are becoming aware of how much sugar is in our marketplace. It's hidden in a lot of foods that we eat that don't need to have sugar, but unfortunately our taste buds are dumbed down with our American palate with just over salted and over sugared foods. So when you start getting to a cleaner state, things like a green apple, which may typically taste sour to you, all of a sudden tastes sweet and tastes so robust. And it's incredible how you can retrain your taste buds, and then your whole body, the physiology of your body changes even after a week in our program, because you're getting back to a more natural state, a more healing state. And that's why our bodies are designed to heal. They're designed to take care of ourselves, they're self-healing. And so when you get to a cleaner, healthier state like that, then you start feeling better. The brain fog lifts. Some people lose weight if they need to lose weight. Others, that inflammation goes away. You can see it in people's face too. Their skin looks better.
Hmm.
There's so many different things. Their eyes are clear. I can see somebody that's inflamed and not healthy. They might be skinny, but they're not eating well, and you can see that in their skin and their eyes and just their overall well-being. So, and then then the other piece of this is. As I mentioned, pH. A lot of people don't think about this, but
Hmm.
our diet today is very acidic. Things like coffee, dairy products, a lot of meat is acidic. And so by either weaning off those products those items, and then adding more alkaline foods to your diet, and it could be simply adding lemon to your diet, but you can Google alkalizing foods. We also have that beverage that you loved.
Hmm.
It's our Arbonne Energy Fizz. It gives you some calm, clarity, focused energy. That beautiful product is also alkaline forming. So I drink it once or twice a day. My kids put it in their lunchbox and take it to school. It gives them that calm alertness and focus. And my husband drinks it too instead of Diet Cokes. I mean, we've weaned off all those sodas and Gatorades and things like that because we have a cleaner, healthier product in our house that, is also alkalizing us too, and getting us to more pH balance. And when you're pH balanced, blood sugar balance, you're less inflamed. And when you're in an inflamed state, you're more in a chronic or potential disease state. A lot of diseases are harbored in an inflamed state. So when you get more balance like that, you're back to a healthier state, and it's that compounding effect that I was talking about. So, and then the very last component of our program is support. We plug people into a private Facebook group and provide them with the knowledge, but not just making it simple by providing some recipes, the how to, and the whys and the hows along with it. So, and then a supportive coaching network of participants and consultants that act as coaches. And then we also are one-on-one coaches with our clients too. So it really is it's a win-win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it sounds very comprehensive with support and being able to be like a team. It sounds like you got a lot of really good people working with you. So that's just amazing. And so what does your team look like, Nancy, and your support, like your team members, the people you work with in Arbonne?
What's amazing to this about this is that Arbonne attracts just great people
Hmm.
from all different backgrounds. I come from corporate. We do
Hmm.
have a lot of people from a corporate background that are building their Arbonne businesses alongside their work.
Hmm.
As a secondary income stream, as I mentioned, that's an option. We attract people from professional fields, doctors and lawyers and healthcare professionals too. Mainly because they don't have time. This business model creates time. It creates
Hmm.
flexibility and time leverage, and that's what I love about that too. We build a consumer network of people that just simply enjoy using our products, and then I also show people how to build their own businesses. We're like mini franchises, and we're a digital franchise in the sense that we have our own website. I don't stock product and just hand out samples and introduce people to these amazing products. And basically, what it comes down to, we all use a certain number of products every day, just from the time we get up in the morning to the time we leave the house. From the time we shower and put on shower gel and shampoo and conditioner, and then lotions for our body and skincare, hair products, you name it. Arbonne has all that, and I just show people how to get a healthier, safer version of those products from online and shipped directly to their house. And then I teach and train other people to do the same.
Wow, gosh! So you got a really busy schedule, and everything you're doing with Arbonne, and what you just talked about. And also, from what I understand, can you go into this a little bit, Nancy, that you had mentioned something that you're really excited about. And in fact, I think as we're recording, last night there was a product, or new products that were released, rather. Can you maybe touch on that and go into that as well, too, please?
Oh, my gosh. It was so exciting. We have each year we do product releases throughout the year, but we have a major one each year about this time. We have a global conference in Vegas.
Okay.
And last night released several new products that are just mind-blowing. I mean, just the technology that's out there today. Once again, everything that we do is plant-based with green science and focused future forward. One of the things that I say mind-blowing, it's actually mind health. You enjoyed that fizz stick that came in a little
Loved them.
powder
Very
packet.
tasty.
Well, we have a powder packet you can add to water. You can add it to your shakes. It actually promotes mind health. I'm going to learn more about this today, but the product is designed. You know how we all are multitasking today? I'm guilty of that as charged. I have a family. So I'm doing things with school. I do consulting work. I do my Arbonne business. I'm juggling a lot. And at times it gets overwhelming. And I love that we have a product that really helps. It's really focused on focus. Crazy. But on brain health and cognitive performance. That's one product that really is exciting to me right now, because it's something I know I can personally use.
Me too.
It's an extension of our successful RE9 Advanced skincare line. Which has primarily in the past focused on anti-aging. We have a brand extension now that was introduced last night that's really focused on those that are in the 20 to 30 year range set that are maybe not ready for anti-aging per se, but are looking for healthy aging. That they're are already experiencing a little bit of sun damage, or maybe they just want to get ahead of the game. And so there's some really cool cutting edge products that were released last night just for that age group. And so I'm excited about that, because that's that's the focus right now. I mean, I think it's like, I don't even have the stat right now. It's like something like 14 billion and just focused on millennials. So I think it's exciting. There's a number of other products, and those will be coming out on our Facebook pages and websites, in next few moments after we do this. So.
Wow, that's incredible. And you had mentioned the Global Training Conference in Vegas. That's another question I wanted to ask you about. How often do they have trainings, and where are they usually at, too, in terms of logistics?
Yeah, very good. So we have our annual conference, and that's a global conference. We have regional conferences that usually take place in the summer, but we also have local and ongoing personal development through our teams and through Arbonne. And that's one of the things that I fell in love with. Even through all my corporate years, I don't think I really focused that much on building myself. But what's interesting is that it was a whole new dimension into my lifestyle is personal development. And so Arbonne provides training. When you come on board, it's ongoing. It's not just getting your business started, but learning about leadership and coaching and product knowledge, of course, but in just all different areas for a well-rounded consultant. And a lot of those things that we learn trickle over into different aspects of our lives and building relationships with our family and friends and community. And then we do monthly meetings as well. And then we do ongoing calls, within our team. So always connected, always plugged in, always learning.
This is terrific. I'm learning so much, Nancy, from you here. And let me ask you a couple more questions here, Nancy, in terms of goal setting. What do you foresee the rest of 2018, this year in terms of short-term goals, and then extensively the next 2 or 3, 5 years long-term range? What do your goals include, both with Arbonne professionally and then with your family personally as well?
Oh, thank you for asking that. I think that's one thing too that shifted for me with my business is
Mm-hmm.
being really focused, really, really goal oriented,
Mm-hmm.
and dreaming again.
Mm-hmm.
And so short-term goals is I'm focused on building my team and building my business. And especially now we've got incredible products. We're just at the early stages of globalization, so where I had the opportunity to build a global business, and that's where I see myself doing this year. I'm expanding not only in my own community, but outside, across this great country of ours, but also is planting some roots and establishing a global business for myself and building a team. That's my early stages for my family, but long term is, my plan is to build this business to the top of the capabilities within this company. So there's so much opportunity for growth. There's no glass ceiling. And so that opens up great avenues for my family, to travel more, to retire my husband, so he can just pursue his business as whether it's a hobby or just for fun. Those are long-term goals for us, and just to travel as a family, as especially as our kids are aging, and moving on to college years too.
That's awesome, Nancy. You're doing it right now. You're living the American dream. So, you mentioned millennials a few minutes ago too, and you met a lot of them when you came out to Georgia State. What best advice can you give them if, for those that are watching that are getting either ready to graduate, that are not sure what they want to do in life, that feel like they're kind of stuck at a job that's dead end? What would you say to them in terms of the best pieces of advice in terms of getting their focus and learning, what's going to be best and happiest for them?
Yeah, I'm love that I love this question because I wish I was asked this early, in my early years, right
Mm-hmm.
out of college. They're so full of potential, and the exciting thing about it is really to follow their heart, follow their heart and their head. But just you pursue your education. There's definitely value in that, but pursue your dreams. Go for what you love best and what you do best at, and just build on your skills. And if whatever it is, whether you work with a lot of folks in the fitness area to really hone in on their skills there. But also, look at, into being an entrepreneur too. That's an area that a lot of people are not usually focused on. They think, just because I have a college degree, I have to go down a certain path.
Mm-hmm.
But, the college education also supports being an entrepreneur. You need to pull in so many different aspects, whether it's, business skills, people skills, but just, I see you as an entrepreneur too, and that's an avenue a lot of people don't pursue because it might seem scary because you're out on your own. But when you either embrace a company that supports you, or you find something that you're so passionate about that, that's the American dream, is to establish something that you can follow, that's where your passions lie. So follow your passions, and then the money will come. So that's what I would have to say for them.
I love it, Nancy. That's wonderful. And that's a great point to conclude and summarize everything on. And I can't believe this 30 minutes has just flown by so quickly with you and so fast. And I can't thank you enough for being on here. But if you don't mind, if we can ask you before we let you go, can you please tell the people out there, if they're watching and they're interested in contacting you directly? I think you mentioned something about a consultation as well. And what's the best ways for them to reach you, including, all of your contact information too, please?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Taryn, for this
My
opportunity to talk
pleasure.
with you and share my message. But
Thank you.
yeah, this has been a great experience for me. You know what, the best way to get in touch with me, there's, just contact me through email or phone. I welcome your calls. You can go out to my website, which Taryn will provide, in my Facebook page. But
Mm-hmm.
more than anything else, just have a conversation. I'm happy to explore, have a consultation with you, whether it's your health that you're looking to improve, or making healthier choices for you and your family, or if it's, a lifestyle change that you're considering, looking to add an additional revenue stream or to follow your dreams and find a vehicle like Arbonne that can help you connect to your dreams. I'm happy to make that consultation with you and see where it goes and explore the possibilities together.
Very good. That's exciting, Nancy. I'm excited for you, and I'm so happy to have learned all about, more about you and Arbonne and everything that y'all are doing with your team. So that's great. Keep it up, and that's awesome. So as Nancy said, folks, we're going to have her contact information on the screen right here shortly as we fade to black here in a minute. But Nancy, I want to thank you very much again for your time, both at Georgia State and here virtually on Skype. And we'd love to not only invite you back, obviously, here for another Skype podcast follow-up, but also to Georgia State for the next semester as well.
Oh, thank you, Taryn. Oh, it's my pleasure. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, feelings mutual. And Nancy, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you again. And for the folks watching, too, thanks for watching. And we're going to fade to black now. And here comes her information one more time. We will see you, Nancy.
Thank you. Thank you, Taryn.
Thank you.